On January 3rd, 2008, 21-year-old Part Engel was relaxing with his girlfriend when a knock came at the door. Surprised, he opened it to find his mother standing there, carrying a duffel bag. Her face was puffy and swollen from crying. Part was confused. His mom never showed up unannounced. When he asked her what was wrong, she just said, "I need to stay here tonight," and walked into the guest room, locking the door behind her. That night, unable to sleep, Part lay in bed listening to his mother's muffled crying and pacing. He suspected something was seriously wrong, possibly involving his father, Arun Kumar. Part's parents had always seemed happy, but a few years earlier, Arun had been caught in an affair. Part's mom had forgiven him, but she had never fully trusted him again. She even asked Part to install spy software on Arun's computer to keep tabs on him. As the night dragged on, Part heard his mom talking on the phone. Intrigued, he quietly pressed his ear to the wall. What he heard made his stomach drop. His mother was telling someone that Arun had taken out $3.6 million in life insurance policies on her, Part, and his sister. She feared he was planning to kill them for the payout and flee the country with a forged passport. Shocked and terrified, Part recalled recent strange behavior from his father, arguments with neighbors and an unfinished sink repair, and began to piece it all together. It seemed like his father was preparing for something terrible. The next day, Part logged into the spy software and found proof. Fraudulent passport photos and emails about the life insurance policies. It was clear. Arun had planned to kill his family and disappear. For days, his mom stayed locked in the guest room, barely speaking. Finally, Part confronted her, telling her he knew everything. Together, they decided he had to go to the police. Part nervously walked into the station with evidence, shaking with fear but knowing he had to act to save his family. The next morning, Part's mother arrived at the house, stepping inside and calling out. When she received no response, an unsettling feeling washed over her. She cautiously walked down the hallway and entered the master bedroom, where she was horrified to find a gruesome scene. Blood splattered the walls and carpet, and the body lying in the center of the room was so mutilated it was unrecognizable. In a panic, she immediately ran outside and dialed 911. Police would take almost 4 years to unravel Arun Kumar's twisted web of lies and make an arrest for the murder. The reason it took so long was that nothing in the case was what it seemed. Part and his mother were right about many things. Arun Kumar had been having an affair, taking out life insurance policies on the entire family, and planning to use a fake identity. They were also right about him being involved in a shady deal in India. However, the specifics of the deal were not what they thought. When Arun Kumar mentioned his father's death in an email, he wasn't referring to a family member dying. The truth was, Arun Kumar planned to fake his own death. He was working with individuals in India who could help him stage his death so he could collect a life insurance payout. The money was meant to go to his wife and children, while Arun Kumar would vanish, using a new identity with his mistress. Part and his mother had believed they were the targets of his plan and that Arun Kumar was planning to kill them. In a panic, they decided to act first. They created an alibi for themselves, claiming that around 8 p.m., Part picked up his mother and brought her back to his apartment. In reality, his mother was still at the house when Part arrived around 10:45 p.m. to confront his father. During the confrontation, Part believed his father was about to grab a pipe wrench and attack him. In a moment of fear and confusion, Part grabbed the wrench first and brutally beat his father to death. Afterward, Part and his mother left the house and went back to Part's apartment. The next day, Part's mother returned to the house and pretended to find Arun Kumar's body, even though she had known what had happened.